Sunday night edition to Blanks and Fattie. I'm Blanks.
I'm Fattie.
And tonight we have a special guest, Monsieur Panda.
Mr. Panda, hello.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
Good.
I want to say thank you. Actually, thank you, kinda. I guess Big Rob is actually our 100th follower. So you're our 99th follower. You led up to the 100th follower, which Big Rob
Sweet.
hit it.
You understand how many titties we're swimming in with 100 followers? It's a lot. At least like 6.
I can only count in pairs.
Yes. If I said an odd number, you'd be like, okay, hold on.
Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Was there two? Was that one with 3 or was that one with 1?
Oh my god. Yeah, exactly.
Total Recall.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's got to be the Total Recall thing.
Yeah.
So, well, let me ask you really quick. You're coming in. We met last night on People of the Internet. We were chatting a little bit, and funny enough, hey, Interdeviant, welcome to the show. You've already come
up
up
for playing us in Interdeviant.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. That motherfucker always plays that part sound. I love it. It's part of getting this shit rocking. So we were chatting a little bit. Funny enough, we were doing a watch party on Dune, and somehow strip clubs in northern Maine came up, and then 2 hours later, we're chatting on the internet, and you're like, yeah, I worked like 8 years at strip clubs, 10 years if you count breaks.
Just a small stint of just a gig or two in the strip club industry. Yeah, I might know a little bit.
This is kind of a cool opportunity because you don't actually get a chance to get like the dirty skinny.
You are going to want to shower after this.
I want to say I feel like strip clubs are pretty much an open book. Like you're like, do you have any questions? I'm like, I feel like all my questions have already been answered. Every time I've been to a strip club.
Here's the thing: is that people have questions and they get them answered, but a lot of people don't get the answers from a person that's actually been doing it and really got deep into it. Like you kind of see like the surface of it, like the whole glamour, but nobody really sees what really happened.
Yeah, well, that's so we're looking forward to this. You had a chance to tell a couple stories the other night that I was just like eye popping, laughing at, and I was like, holy shit, we need to get this guy online. But that being said, speaking of stories that end in death, they found Brian Landry blanks.
They did. So our
sorry.
Brian Landry update for all those that were following along with me. Fattie was right. Fattie was right this whole time. I'm sorry, Fattie, you were right.
Oh, you're saying yes. You're very sorry. I can tell.
You're right. You're right. Speaking of deaths, Alec Baldwin shot somebody.
This is true.
I heard of that.
Yeah. So
I heard of that.
What have you heard? Because I heard like he laughed and then played with the blood. Is that accurate?
He's all licking his fingers.
He's just like, I'm Alec Baldwin, and I approve this death. I'm pretty sure it didn't happen.
No, I heard he was really upset. Like,
if he wasn't, he was very sad about it. Mr. Bullock, very sad. We were convinced that he was sad. He was certainly acting very sad about it.
I was curious. Is he the one that shot?
No, he had the pop gun, and
that's gotta mess with his mind so bad,
dude. So, like this one time, I was I was at a dance with my wife, and this was in high school, and they had the strobe lights on, and I was doing that thing where you do this with your hands, where you do like the speed bag motion, and I popped her in the nose really hard. We've been dating for like 3 months, and I just popped her right in the nose. And I felt so bad, and she went, and all I could say was, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that." And then she was like, "It's okay." And then we kept dancing. I married that bitch.
yeah, as you should.
She's like, "What did he just call me?" And I'm just sitting there like, "Honey, I'm sorry. It was just float."
It was on the internet.
It's on the internet. Nobody watches this show, and then we blow up.
Guess what happened? He said bitch.
Yeah. No, it's anyway, there was a whole joke to that, and there was a whole point. I'm gonna give it back to you guys. Oh yeah, so Brian Landry, dead. Called it, guys.
Alec Baldwin shot somebody.
Alec Baldwin shot somebody. Didn't call that. I can't say I predicted that. I didn't wake up say it's Tuesday. Alec Baldwin shot a man. That couldn't happen.
No. No, that wasn't on the Tuesday schedule.
No, that wasn't on there. So he got me with that one. He caught me swinging. Alec.
For all those that play New World, the New World server updated came out. I guess there was a huge glitch for transferring servers that people were transferring and cloning money, so they started banning those people that did that. But they also took away the transfers, or all those that didn't get the chance to transfer yet. We're all still stuck in our own personal.
Do you remember in
robot.
Grand Theft Auto 5 when it first hit multiplayer like way back? And
Yeah,
there
that's
was
what
that
I
money
said.
glitch, and basically we had free mansions and planes and
Yeah,
helicopters.
there was that
I
glitch
remember those
that
days.
people were just giving us a shit ton of money.
Yeah,
I remember those days. I remember one day somebody rolled up in front of in a car and like got out and he's like, "Hey, you want some money?" I was like, yeah." And he gave me like a couple $1 million. I was like,
you see money, you're like, yeah, sweet, I'm gonna buy
all
a
of a
Fattie.
sudden I felt dirty.
He's like, do you do missions? I need a favor. Stuck playing 3 hours with some like 12-year-old from
during
Korea.
the PvP segment on it, there's this glitch that I can't really. Basically, it makes the people that are attacking invincible. So on a couple of servers, of servers,
DCP.
Basically, all the servers are like been taken over by this one clan because they found this glitch that they automatically take over everything.
Oh my god! I mean, what else did they do?
Raping.
What, like anal?
Yeah, just like that.
So speaking of
Pillaging.
speaking of interesting jobs and things to do, let's jump right to the topic. I don't know. Are you guys ready? Are we ready to dive into the things we won't know about a strip club? Because my first question is, that's a bold claim.
I got a first question is, I think we need to bring in our strip club.
We should bring in Cynthia for this. If we don't bring in Cynthia, that's a
Cynthia's
good
here.
call.
She's
our stream mascot. If our mascot was was a stock gif of a woman dancing in a bikini, then yes, that's what it is. All right, so tell us what we don't know. I want to know how deep this rabbit hole goes.
We want you to embarrass Cynthia.
And bear in mind, no doxing. There's going to be no identification of any people or persons under which this happened, just to keep everybody safe and to make sure you can tell the best stories.
Except for if you know where Brian Laundrie really is.
Yeah, if you know where he is, you should have said something.
Okay, so let me just kind of like give you a little background on how this all started. I guess. No. So I worked at when I was like 18 years old. I worked at Sears for about a year and a half, and then I left. I started working for like those like agencies where you go work at the docks, and you get really crappy pay, really shitty hours. And one of my friends literally told me, he's all like, "You're pretty funny, dude. Why don't you go try to apply at a strip?" He wanted to go to the strip club, and I was like, "All right, cool." So he says, "So why don't you go apply at a strip club, be a DJ?"
Why don't you go
and
apply?
I was like,
Maybe give me a ride.
Yeah. Basically, he's like, let me in for free. Do this, that. Like, whatever. We actually went as a joke. This whole entire time, I'm thinking like it's not gonna happen. Whatever. We show up to the club and talk to the manager, fill out an application, and this is like a shady place because before that,
or shady places.
But
this is shadier.
Do you have to pay cover when you go in to apply? They're like $10 at the door. You're like, what the fuck?
Looking funny if you did. No, I'm here to apply. Oh, okay. $5.
Yeah, instant hack. Hey guys, here's how to get into strip clubs with no cover. Just say, I'm applying for a job.
I just get lost in the crowd.
All right, go ahead. I'm very sorry. You filled out the application.
Yeah, you're good. So I filled out an application. The club that I had gone to previously, someone had told me don't go to that club, and I was like just curious as to why. So I walked in there and applied. About a month later, they called me back and they're like, "Oh, can you start tomorrow? We need somebody." I said, "Sure." I had no experience. I walk in, do my thing. I didn't know how to use anything. The computer was that's pretty much it. I bombed it, made $80 that day, and I was like, well that's kind of cool. Then they call me back, and that's just kind of how it started. I eventually ended up working like a full 40-hour schedule and became a manager there. I knew everything. I knew all the registers. I knew the ins and outs.
What kind of, do they offer like health and dental At the
Um,
club.
Here's your vision
they
care.
they they offer discounts on drugs, and
What about the
they
buffet?
offer.
What about the buffet?
There is okay, that don't go to buffets in strip clubs in California. That's just disgusting.
So
I feel
so
like
hold
that's.
on. Why shouldn't you go to a buffet, a strip club buffet in
Dude,
California?
I just
so
say that.
it you ever see these dudes, you know how they have their little signs that say wash your hands after you pee and all that stuff, you know, like, well, they should have signs that say wash your hands after you go bang somebody in the VIP room. Or, you know, like it's just a bad idea overall.
Hold on, you're not supposed to have sex in the champagne room. We
There's
were
okay, I'm
told
sorry.
this.
There's no sex in the champagne room, air quotes. Really, really hard air quotes.
But
If you have
outside
enough
the
money,
champagne
if you have
room,
enough money, you can literally do whatever you want. We've had people close down the club because they wanted a private party, which we made fun of them afterwards for it, but whatever. Because the private party is just where when you go into the VIP room, these people come to spend a bunch of money, and you know you figure, no, you want a private party, but now all of our focus is on you, so you can't get lost in the crowd if you become a dumbass or an idiot, you know. And if you stop tipping, then it's kind of like, well, the party's over, bro. You know what? These girls aren't gonna dance for free, even if you did just buy out the club.
Interesting. Blanks, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah,
no, that makes sense. I mean,
you know, like you bought out the club. I understand that, but you didn't buy out the girls.
no.
These girls are independent contractors, meaning they're not being paid by the club. They pay the club to be there.
We're gonna
So out
talk
of
about that in the Power Five because I was doing some research on that.
No, I've
no,
actually.
no,
So,
you guys have questions, feel free to ask. I'd feel like an idiot
so
just
I grew up
ranting.
in Southern California, just like you. And when
Okay.
I went to college, outskirts of downtown Orange, and there off of Ball Road, there was this place called Flamingo, and it's a
Oh,
strip
yeah.
club. And in California, so this is weird because not in Maine it's the same way. California, there's two types of strip clubs.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
topless, and then there's
Yep.
full nude.
Yep.
You
yep,
could
yep,
go
yep.
in as 18 and up into a full
At a
nude
full nude.
strip club.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You topless you can't go in because
No.
the full nude sells alcohol. So
No, no,
they
no, no,
can-
no, 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 no. Full nude does not sell alcohol. Full nude
That's
doesn't
what I
sell
meant.
anything except
Doesn't sell
yeah,
alcohol.
soda, water,
Yeah.
juice.
Would you like a
Red Bull.
Sprite and maybe some tits?
Yeah,
No, and a vagina. You get the full vagina.
And a vagina.
yeah.
There-
You
there's
get vagina at that point.
Yeah.
You get to see buttholes and vagina.
So basically, it's like going to naked Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's unfortunate.
Right.
But so that was my college years. I spent a lot of time in college.
Oh, I thought
hanging
you
out
thought it was
at
naked
strip clubs.
Starbucks. I thought it was naked Starbucks.
No. Starbucks was barely coming up when I was in college.
I remember Starbucks just hit the scene. And it was like, oh, across the street, there's a Starbucks. We're at a Starbucks
So
already.
in Maine, they have only
Think BF Bucks would buy accepted.
yes, definitely.
So yeah, can we make cover cryptocurrency for Blanks and Fatty Bucks? That'd be great. That could get us.
Maine, they are only topless out here.
Yeah, there's no beaver here.
No beaver.
You gotta
Yeah,
go to
no
the woods
beaver,
for that.
Or outside the area.
Yeah, pretty much. But that being said, there's still some wild stuff out here. There's some very wild stuff. I'm pretty sure people have been to prison, over this shit.
Well, yeah. Okay, so my idea of a strip club, it's usually owned by a mobster. Am I correct?
Okay.
So
Okay, they
mostly
call it
yes.
family. Okay, I used to work with
Family,
people.
or
Arabic-
club, or
yeah. Yeah. I swear, I thought
Shrine.
that place was a front for the longest time, and I still kind of do think it's a front because I know how much they make in a week, and
It's got to be a stupid amount.
it's somewhere along the lines of just profit alone. They're making about 30 grand. That's after you pay off your employees, which was about 20 of us, and that's after because if you think about it, okay, so let me kind of break it down for you. In a strip club, it's a cash business for one. If you want to use the ATM, it's a $10 charge, which is outrageous.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
is
Per
outlandish.
per
Turn that
transaction.
shit back to $3.50.
No. Here's the worst part. It's $10 fee. On top of that, you're still paying the $6 or $3 fee that your bank is charging you.
yep.
And so you know okay, so right off the bat, you're gonna think, okay, I'm gonna pay $15 just to use the ATM, and
That's why you
these
come in with
ATMs
your own
don't
cash.
have. Yeah, these ATMs don't have a limit. So usually it's like a $400 or four or $500 limit per
Nice.
day. They for some reason don't have that limit, and then if for some reason that doesn't work, we have a credit card machine that we can just swipe your card and bam, get you tokens that are worth money, which
This is good for one booby.
yeah. This token is for the left boob.
for
This
the
token is for the right
areola.
boob.
What happens
Yeah.
if you bring in an odd number? Do you get the chick with one boob? What happens?
Yeah, that you get the one with the extra leg. That's usually the one that we hide for the special crowd.
Oh my.
But so it's a cash business. The only thing that they pay taxes on, as far as I remember or know, it would be like the door and the register at the bar. Other than that, you can't prove that they made any money. So
Fair
that's
enough.
just so all that extra money that comes from the dances and the VIP room is all just profit in the end. So they pay about a third of their money to the city just to like hush hush. A third of that goes to.
So wait, hold on. How do they pay this money to the city?
Okay, so there's always ongoing court cases.
Those are some baseless allegations.
Yeah, no, there's always like ongoing court cases and things that are going on,
my God.
just to keep the cops out of the business.
That's crazy. Man.
Because if there's an ongoing investigation, then the police officers they're not allowed to be in there because that's just that because of the ongoing cases.
So
it's
if
like
you work at a
weird
strip club
break.
and they're like, "Hey, sell some coke," you're like, "Okay." Then you're going to be the subject of the investigation, and the cops aren't coming in, and the hookers get away with it for free.
No, because there's already an investigation that's been going on before that for prostitution or whatever.
So now you're selling the crack. You're like, I'm not even arrested.
So okay, so
So he says, hold on just a second.
hold on.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So yeah, so the owner the club is owned by one person, and that's not too common.
Is he Greek, Italian, Hispanic?
Arabic.
Arabic.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is Southern California, right? That does not surprise me.
Yeah. And
Even up,
honestly, he and I, it's funny because he and I share the same birthday. And he like, I don't know what that has anything to do with it, but he and I kind of like, Libra thing or whatever. Because I'm a Libra.
So this night of my birthday, I went to his house.
No,
and you
no,
wouldn't believe the goddamn shit I saw. So many ivory tusks.
This dude would show up with a new Mercedes every like 3 months.
Please, man. It's on lease.
Dude, okay, so definitely crime. So
was he? The next question is: was he? In your thoughts, actually, I guess no allegations. How many of the girls did he get to bang?
Oh, every single one of them.
Wow.
Anybody he wants. You have that kind of money, and these girls want money. Like all you gotta do is give them money.
Did he have a
Bang,
gold
bang, bang.
necklace? Did he have a gold necklace?
That it was hidden be under all his hairy chest.
He had a hairy chest. Was the top button always undone?
That it was always is gone.
Did he have thick eyebrows, thinning hair?
You're like just describing the typical strip club owner.
Okay, so
yes, he had pinky rings. Yes, he had this. He dressed kind of goofy.
he had fingers like cigars. There's no way he could dig a booger out
Dude,
of that thing.
Dude, they were fucking sausages, dude. Like they were. Oh my god, those things were. He had thumbs for every
true.
finger and a big toe for his thumb.
Hollywood figured this fucking shit out.
Like you got it right on the nose. You just missed the toe thumb.
Dude, that's so funny. Go ahead, Blake. I'm super sorry.
So,
oh my god.
My other experience, okay, so later on down in life, my other experience with strip clubs is, I lived out in Arizona. We were talking last week about, howdy potato, how I had an addiction. We were doing, AA, last week. We're talking about sobriety and stuff like that, and we were talking,
Yeah.
I used to be a meth head. And so
you saw some strippers.
So I used to hang out in strip clubs all the time in Arizona because they never closed.
Yeah.
And that was my second. That was my second introduction to strip clubs. Was Arizona on Crank. It was really interesting because I didn't like
Good
share
album
with
title.
them that I was on Crank. I was actually just kind of like try to be a normal person.
Hey guys, he's like
Try to be.
He's happy but very excitable.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And then I would go hang out at Walmart afterwards too, because Walmart never closed out in Arizona. Arizona was a really weird place.
And that's funny because I used to hate going to Walmart after 3 because that's where all the tweakers would go.
That's true.
So, oh my god. All right, so I have to ask, what are the job titles you've held at strip clubs?
I used to be a DJ. I was also a manager, uh, a door person, a security guard. But my primary title at that club was always a DJ. Even when I went to other clubs and worked at the other clubs that were local, it was always DJ. I was primarily a DJ.
Okay.
Were you on a contracted out when you were DJing, or were you
No,
like
it was
You were an
it
employee.
was yeah. I was an employee, strictly employee.
Gotcha. So you had to do security though. I want to know your story about the best your best I had to kick this dude out story.
It's not a. I had a. Oh, okay. There's 2 stories that I can think of. That one of them was kind of stupid. The other one was fucking gold. So the first one that was kind of stupid was this guy was just acting up inside the club and didn't want to leave, and he had this big wad of cash in his pocket, and I just had my eyes on it the whole entire time. And he was being stupid. I think he slapped one of the girls. So my manager shows up. The 2 big security guards that are just fucking monsters of men with
The monsters.
bumper-sized shoulders, the humongous dudes. They're like 2 linebackers on their shoulders, and these guys just show up and they're like just staring the guy down. The guy decides to swing like an idiot, and he
Oh
ends
my
up on
God.
the floor. Ends up on the floor, and they are beating his ass. Bam, because he spat on my manager. That's that's the reason he got his ass.
So like he hit the stripper and they were mad at him, but then he spat on the manager and they're like, "Oh, we're going to fucking town on this dude."
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta prioritize why we beat them up. The strippers, there's 30 or 40 girls there. Whatever. We lose one, who cares? But that's our manager.
wow?
So
Oh my God.
wait. So he's on the ground getting his ass pounded, not verbal or
So he's
physically.
getting his
Physically.
ass fucking pounded, and the bouncers
Physically,
are
not
smiling
chocolatey.
because they are pounding some ass.
Yeah, they're pounding him physically, not chocolatey, and he's getting beat. And I see the money fall out of his pocket, so I go diving for it. And in the process, I get 3 elbows to the face, 1 to the nose, 1 to the gut. But it's not from the guy; it's from everybody else fighting with the dude, and me being a dumbass trying to reach for the money.
So-
and I'm just like, money.
So wait,
money.
how much money was it?
It was over $300.
So $300. Let's assume $350. Is that fair?
Yes, it was worth the elbow.
Okay, you said multiple elbows because I'm just trying to break this down by dollars per elbow. Like what's your cost? Is it $40 per elbow, or is it like
It was enough. It was enough because I didn't feel it.
Sorry,
I didn't feel it. I walked away. I got somebody. I got somebody.
Bonus.
The second one, I was not security again at this point. I was actually DJing, and there was a group of guys that were acting up in the parking lot, and they had already been told to leave. So they kind of started loking up on our 2 security guards. So it was 5 against 2 big, humongous dudes.
Dude, this
but-
is awesome.
We still decided that they needed backup. So I go running out, and I come back, and I was looking for my bear mace, but I couldn't find the bear mace, so I ended up grabbing the baton.
Oh, it's
So
good thing you
I
didn't
have
grab the
a-
bear mace. I gotta interrupt
Hold
you.
on.
Go
Hold
ahead.
on.
Sorry, you can go ahead. Interrupt.
I understand. I have the baton, and I go running out, and I step outside the door, and I realize the baton isn't a baton. It was last night's big, huge black dildo from the dildo show we had.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have it right here, like next to my thigh, and I'm like running out, hoping that it looks like a baton that I don't have to smack anybody with it. And this dude that's kind of like my size starts, eyeing me, looking me up and down, and I'm like, oh, this is it, this is the one.
This is the
And
time
he's
I
like-
smack a dude with a dildo.
He's all, he goes, what's up with the dildo, you faggot? And I was like, oh, this thing, and I start beating it against my thigh, smack. I'm like, it's not for me, bro, it's for you. And he's like, just looking at it, and I'm like, smack, and I keep hitting my thigh harder and harder and harder. And I'm like, you want some? Let's get some. Let's go. And he fucking like, you know what? Fuck you faggot. I'm out. And he goes running. And then the other dude's like, what the fuck? And he goes, hey, that dude's a faggot. And they just the two guys take off, and then all of a sudden now it's a fair fight.
Oh my god!
And then the two big dudes go to town.
So your dick wielding was basically like a taunt skill from Diablo.
Yes, it was, and I rolled a 6 and I got it.
Oh my god! So the best part is you probably came running out with this giant fucking dildo in your hand.
Oh, fucking huge fucking dick! It was a big dick.
Was it black?
You run out this, and one of the security guards turns around and says, like, Samuel,
I'm pretty
oh
sure
my
it
god,
was
what are
the
you
scale.
doing? I'm so sorry, it was just really dark.
I thought it was the baton, because we have a baton that we, those quote unquote allegedly illegal ones, the ones that are, they're retractable.
So hold on. So you grab this thing and you're like, this baton feels an awful like a dick, but I'm going for it anyway.
It had a handle. It had a handle.
Oh my god.
That's the thing that threw me off. And that DJ booth that I had, I kept it dark, because I had some ugly girls at night.
Oh no. So wait, hold on. That's a thing. So as the DJ, you can control lighting, music, general ambiance.
I control everything.
Tell us how that works. Tell us more about that.
Okay, so we learn to read the crowd.
Who gets the actual...
Yeah. We learn to read the crowd, so I can set up the girls to go one after the other in a certain order, or I can just have it go randomly. I can change the lights on the floor. I can go, turn them up, turn them down. I have stage lighting. I have everything at my fingertips or within reach. That's generally at all strip clubs.
Huh.
Yeah, that's pretty much at all strip clubs that I've ever been to. Yeah, we control the mood.
So you're kind of the MC. You're not just you're not a DJ. You're kind of an MC.
No. It's the MCs. It's we're known as DJs, but we're MCs first and foremost.
Go ahead.
And we can have it like during daytime. It's a lot calmer and just chill. And then so you kind of like set the mood accordingly. And
what
then
kind of girls work in the daytime? I mean, I can tell you my experience.
I used to have a lot of
work during the daytime, but
I used to have a lot of trucks. We used to associate them with vehicles. So the big, huge day shift girls were trucks, and then you have SUVs, which are the bigger ones with the big hips, and then you got Pintos, which are the ones that are all beat up and old, and then you got sports cars, Ferraris, McLarens, which are the ones that belong in the night only, and they're pretty hot, 18, 19 years old.
Which one's a tricycle?
Yeah, you got the Ford Explorer. You got the occasional Daewoo Lanos. She's hardly ever there.
My daughter is gonna watch this one day and be like, "What the fuck, Dad?"
I know. I'm sorry. I apologize to everybody already.
Dude, no sweat. That's kind of fucking hilarious. I didn't know that. That's
right.
amazing.
Potato. I mean, if I ever make it down to Texas, we'll take you to a strip club.
Well, we'll put that right after the hot tub podcast. We'll take you to a strip club, and you'll be like, "Holy shit! Why am I so juicy?"
Potato, you will be like, I had one weekend with Blanks and Fattie, and I will never do it again.
Fucked up the whole life.
It was like there were strip clubs, hot tubs in strip clubs.
So speaking of hot tub, strip clubs, and things that fuck up your life, you're about to walk into the Power 5, and that's coming up in about 30 seconds. So I want to explain it to you.
Before we get there, so dildo shows are actually a thing in the States as well. That you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really want to get too far into it because, again, we have less than a minute. Because later on, our one of our other experiences with strip clubs was out in Germany. We didn't really go in.
Oh, this was something.
We talked about it, but I personally have never seen it, and Fattie never seen it. But there's a big sign advertising right outside. You're walking down Munich, dildo show tonight, and you're like,
yeah.
Do we? All of us stopped, looked at each other. Do we go?
Are we men or are we mice? Oh, we're fucking mice. Let's get the fuck out of here.
So, on that question note is right before I'll hit the dong is
the dong,
the big dong on the dildo show. And the girls that usually do the dildo shows, trucks or sports cars?
Somewhere in between sometimes. Okay, so if it's on the weekend, then I can probably scrounge up, a decent one, maybe two. But if it's during the week and somebody really wants to see it or they really tip for it, I'm kind of like, dude, I might give you your money back before you ask for it.
As long as she has all-wheel drive, she's good to go.
Yeah. Well, she needs to have the right mud flaps too, or else it doesn't work.
Oh my god, yes. I hope they're Tweety mud flaps. So anyway.
For
nice.
mud flaps.
Yeah, so we're jumping into the Power 5, and basically what you have is you're going to have a series of 10 questions that have been prepared ahead of time. You have 30 seconds to answer each
Jesus.
question.
Right.
If you get the answer correct, we'll move on to the next question. But if you don't get it correct,
Is
you
there a
have 30
wrong
seconds.
answer? Or is it more of a subjective answer?
So sometimes I hope you find the wrong answer. You'll probably find it a lot. This is
right.
going to test you to the very core of your being. So I want
right.
to make sure. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Blake, you got the timer?
Almost.
All right. Question number 1.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, by the way, guys, it's Spooktober, as everybody in the news talks about. So these questions are going to have a bit of a Spooktober theme. So here we go. Question number 1. The number of strip club businesses in the United States is on the decline, with a total number of clubs falling 0.5% every year since 2016. What are the primary causes of this decline in business?
Karens. That'd be my answer. Karens.
Your opinion is better than mine. That is correct. We will move to question 2. So, what is the best song to play if your goal is to get a stripper to quit her job? Bonus points if your answer involves a vampire.
Vampire. Shit. I was gonna say,
It's going for the extra points. It's going for the extra points.
yeah. The she did the mash, she did the monster mash. The only ones that'll dance to that are already should be retired, or retired so long ago they're
Rusted out
doing
Dodge
the
Ram.
mash. Yeah, dude. No engine. The bed is all broken. Like there's no suspension. She's on cylinder. She's on cinder bricks. It's bad. I had one that was super gangster. She was old. She was like at least 55, and whenever she went on stage, she had a blanket.
And that was time, blanket.
Wow, that's incredible.
Because her knees were bad.
So I gotta stop you because we're past 30 seconds, but that's a great answer. And he used a vampire, he gets the extra point. Monster Mash, Jesus Christ.
I swear, it works.
All right, next question. This is question number 3. Many strippers file small business taxes. What style of pumps would you recommend to buffer my tax liability as someone filing as head of household?
Oh, easily the 8-inch. 8-inch is high enough where you look tall and slender, but not enough where your big fat ankles will snap them.
This will maximize your deduction.
Yeah, and that
Oh my god, this is correct. Next
the
question.
ankle to cankle ratio. Trust me, dude. I know too much. Way too much.
The ankle to cankle ratio is inversely proportional to the heat of the meat. Next question. Median income for a stripper is currently $20.45 per hour.
Damn,
At the website rentmidgetsusa.com, most midgets cost upward. Plex is over there dying. At the website rentmidgetsusa.com, most midgets cost upward of $350 per hour. What is the upper bound of income for a midget stripper who works 28 hours per week? Please give a short answer.
Oh, dude, you're making me do math. I need paper for this. But I did know a midget, and she didn't charge that much more. Hold on. I'd say $40 an hour.
Oh
That's my final answer.
$40 an hour?
That was $40 an hour. That is incorrect.
Damn it.
But that being said, I didn't do the math either, so I couldn't tell you what's correct. So moving on to the
I
next
did know a midget.
Oh my god. Situation. I own a vampire strip club called Sucky Sucky. Okay. I hire you as a doorman and bouncer, as someone who needs to be responsible for keeping werewolves from entering the club. As we negotiate your hourly rate, we are viciously attacked by 2 drunk werewolf ex-dancers. On your person, you are carrying a necktie, a half-empty Gatorade bottle, and a small pocket knife given to you by a man named Charles who is currently serving a jail sentence for petty theft. How do you save my life and impress me enough to offer you $20 an hour or more?
I only have one answer for this one. There's only one right answer. I don't even know if the Fattie has it written down, but there's one right answer.
There is one right answer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably just let you die, and then just go inside. And at this point, you don't have security, So yeah, I'd let you die, then go inside and open the safe.
No,
And
that's
just
not what I was
take the
looking
money.
for. I was hoping
Call it a
that
day,
you
baby.
I would hope that you would reach into your past story and bring back the black dildo.
No, 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 no,
Black
no.
dildo, man. The whalers are scared of that and silver bullets. Silver bullets and black dildos. They don't tell you about that though, because the church is too,
They gotta be silver,
too
actually.
icky. Silver dildo. Oh my gosh. So, which is now the new correct answer. All right. Next question.
How many ounces is that? What is
like
the
how
silver,
much does it
what
weigh?
is the silver trade ratio right now?
Oh my god.
It's like
well,
$26.
Well, is this thing like fully dense? Like, is it completely silver or is it a
course.
percentage?
It has to be. It has to be.
You have to have.
Or else it's not gonna hurt, you know?
Fuck it, can you trade it open market? Like,
That's
go
a
find
very,
a buyer.
very-
He has
that's
little
very
sausage
niche.
fingers and owns a strip
I
club
gotta
called Saki Saki.
I'm now. I gotta figure out.
Like how many silver bullets do you need? Like I just
how
need
tall
one
is
big
this
one.
dildo? You wait. Go. Keep going, and I'm gonna start pulling out some math. I want to know how expensive.
Well,
this,
okay.
silver
You want to know how big it is?
Yeah,
Grab
give me a
your
size. Hold on.
grab your arm by the elbow, and then that's pretty much it.
That's incredible. It's basically a
It's like
traffic
a good
cone.
forearm.
Oh.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's like those kids traffic cones, not the big huge ones, but like the
Okay, so
the
we're
ones
at
you put outside of the.
We're at $24.
Outside of the house.
We're at $24 an ounce, pretty much.
$24 an ounce of silver, and I'm gonna suspect that's gonna be at least like 36
Oh,
ounces.
30.
Yeah.
No, that's way more than that. That's
Well,
gonna be.
Well, it
That's
depends.
dense.
All right, fair enough. Big dick. Next question.
Potatoes going 785.
785 a kilogram. Oh my god.
785.
So he's out there doing math. Have you seen our quant? Next question. What is the strangest song you have ever heard a stripper dance to?
Hold on. It's by the Bloodhound Gang. Oh, a lap dance is so much better while the stripper's crying.
Oh no!
A lap
is
dance is so much better while the stripper's crying. It's by the Bloodhound Gang, and it's. I swear, when I first heard it, it became my favorite song ever. Cause a lap dance so much. Yeah, it's an amazing song.
That's
If you've heard it, you know what it is. You know what it's all
that
about.
song tastes like old milk when you listen to it.
Dude.
It
Some
smells like a
songs
gym
age
sock.
like
It tastes
wine.
like old
Some
milk.
songs age
said
like
I was
milk.
gonna, what was that line? Like she said that I'm gonna make all your dreams come true. And I'm like, even the one that you're dressed up like.
His name was Randy.
Russell. It was Russell.
Russell.
His name was Russell.
His name was Russell. So hold
Where
on. Were
you
you,
like
were you
little-
trying to get her to quit, or did she pick this song?
No, she picked the song,
Oh my god.
No.
She's
She picked the song.
self-hating.
and I'm like, why? Okay, I see why. You know, like-
I'm gonna have to stop you there because we're past 30 seconds. I'm gonna rate that answer correct, Blaze. I have no other way to rate that.
No,
other than correct.
that was.
I did not expect that. I did
No,
not
that
see
came
that
out of
coming.
left field. That came out of left field for me. 'Cause
That's
that's a great song. I actually introduced Fattie into that.
Yes, we were playing the game in a car one time, and you played that song, and I was
man.
dying because I was like, "Who the fuck? This is Bloodhound Gang?" You're like, "Yeah, man." I said,
Yeah.
fucking incredible."
They are.
Next question. I am working on building a male stripper character based on UFC fighter Keith Hackney. Keith Hackney is famous for repeatedly punching Joe Son in the testicles in what was an embarrassing yet hilarious moment in the sport of MMA.
Mm-hmm.
The name for my character is Nutshot. How viable is this idea for adult entertainment purposes?
If you name it not shot, it'd be better because then you can say, "Oh, it's not shot," but everybody knows what it is. It's kind of like a.
Thank you, Potato.
Not shot. You know what? I'll take it. That's I appreciate the constructive feedback, and that's why I like to ask professionals in the industry. All right, next question.
Yeah, those are the lyrics. That's the lyrics.
This is question 8.
8.
We're going to Jay. In Jay, Maine, there is a strip club called The Hunting Lodge, in which strippers will, for $5, sit on a client's face and shake around in a technique I can only call labia multislapper. How does this violate food safety regulations?
Oh, it's not raw. It's well overdone. So at this point, it's spoiled. So you have like 3 different situations. One of them being you're handling spoiled meat. That'd be the worst violation of all.
When does it become a biohazard situation? Is it when bodily fluids are involved?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fair
Spoiled
enough.
meat.
All right, good answer. Yeah, this guy swings with it. I love it. Next question. Question number 9. You're very close. You're almost out. A small number of strippers engage in other activities of a more salacious nature for extra money. Sometimes these acts will be extreme. What prepares an asshole to take 40 dicks?
Oh, extreme douching.
Incorrect. Keep going.
What?
You have 25 seconds.
A good old bird bath and an enema.
Nope, incorrect. You got 15 seconds.
Oh wait, they're strippers. Hydrogen peroxide.
Incorrect. You got 8 seconds.
What? Turkey basting hydrogen peroxide.
Incorrect. And we are at time.
Fuck.
All right, the correct answer. What prepares an asshole to take 40 dicks? The answer is 39 dicks.
Oh, hold on. A fluffer.
So yes, 39 dicks. Final question. Discounting vampires. What is the most horrifying thing you have ever witnessed working at a club?
Wait, ask that one more time.
Despite vampires, what is the most horrifying thing you have ever witnessed at a club?
Day shift. I had an older lady shit on a client.
Tell us more. That is correct. Lead us out of the Power 5. Tell us more about the poop story. Because you don't know this, but our show has a running theme of poop.
I was managing at the time, and hold on. Okay, so
I'm already
This is great for this.
hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I was manager at the time, also DJing because it was a cost saving thing for the club. So I was DJing and managing at the same time, day shift, and customer comes in. Yeah. I was that's money's money. So the day shift has had this lady that was like 56 maybe on a good day, and I was like, whatever, as long as you make money, I guess. So I let her work, and towards the end of the day, it was a long day. She was dancing on some dude, and all of a sudden he comes running out like, wow, what the fuck? And then he goes out, and I go chase him. I'm like, hey, what's wrong, man? And he's like, that bitch straight on me. And I was like, oh.
I'm very sorry. Can I give you a coupon? Here's a coupon. $10 off.
I don't know how to diffuse the situation. So I was like, you know what, dude? Just imagine, like, and I swear, I was like, you know what? Just think about it, because he wanted, he wanted to call the cops or something. I don't know. And he's like, nah, just imagine, man, you're gonna be the only guy that can tell his friends, dude, I got shit on by a stripper. Long story short, he was cool with it.
Yeah, he was like, you know what? That's
valid.
Perspective.
He said that's valid. He said that's a valid
got
point.
Free coupons, right?
He was just
I let him in. I let him in for free next time he showed up.
Oh my god, that's fucking incredible.
He
All right.
came back.
All right,
He
so
came back.
Did he ask for the poop the next time as well?
Can I get the poop special? Can I get the Tuesday?
I want the older lady.
and I had to fire her because the general manager was like, well, yeah.
Why did she poop? What was her explanation? Like, was
she's
she just
older.
sick?
I don't know. She probably sneezed. I don't know.
She's like, dude, I was doing an upside down fucking split. Do you know how much core pressure that is?
just giving him a lap
I
dance.
had a burrito before I came. I'm very sorry. I made a poor choice.
I made her clean it up.
Oh no!
And as you should have.
Potato's like, he came back. Yes, he came back.
He came back.
That you know what that's called? Fucking customer service. That's what that's called. That's what keeps him coming back.
He came
Free
back,
tokens.
and I let him in for free.
Oh no! Yeah.
Damn right you did.
If you handed him a roll of toilet paper, that would have been fucking godlike.
Just give him some baby wipes, just preparing you. It is Taco Tuesday.
Sometimes there's wet ones. Oh.
So at that point, I should have given him dry ones.
So during my careers of many things that Blanks has done, at one point I had decisions of things that I thought were a great idea to invest in, and maybe you want to invest with me on this idea. I mean, somebody with your expertise could teach me how to properly run the strip club part of the idea. Next to it, I want to open a daycare.
Oh, okay. So in I believe in Oregon,
it's been done.
They have something like that. where I think like they have like alternating day shift and night shift, so it's like the strip club, and then on the side it's the daycare for the strippers' kids, and then some of the strippers are like licensed, I believe,
As
to
daycare
take care of
workers.
I
kids.
am
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah, yeah.
gobsmacked. I am gobsmacked.
By the way,
Like,
if you ever, as in like strip clubs, Portland, Oregon, I think has like the most strip clubs per capita.
Okay, well, that's not a good place to open up another strip club. That's like going over here to Portland, Maine, and trying to open up another restaurant right downtown next to 10 other restaurants, and hopefully that you make it. I feel the
Yeah, but
same
they're
with
very
Arizona
niche.
as well. Arizona, there was like Arizona, the strip clubs were like churches.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays
Exactly.
off for him.
It
In a
probably
good
won't.
way or a bad? They're churches in a good way or a bad way.
I mean, there was just a strip club on every corner. Like,
Oh, like 7-Elevens over here.
yeah, like just like a 7-Eleven. That's Maine to cemeteries.
No shit.
so
Man,
there's like
yeah,
a strip. I want to know about the strip club next to a Hobby Lobby.
Huh.
Yeah, see, that was
That's where Karens work.
Yes, this is true. I have never been to a Hobby Lobby and not seen an absolute Karen. Not
Yeah.
not Karen being a Karen, but definitely she can be.
In her natural habitat.
How many dancers are Karens?
They can't be. They don't have that kind of like.
Not
Oh no,
possible.
there's a few like the new ones. The ones that are new to the industry usually come in as Karens, and then they leave like just empty shells of what they formerly used to be.
What do you? How?
Oh my god, it sucks the life out of them. It basically beats them to death.
It does. No, it really does. If they don't die from it, then they're lucky.
Well, that's my next question.
Jesus.
Was is strippers' retirement plan? Like, do they
Um,
do they have an
I
idea? Do they have a plan? Are they just gonna keep doing this until they hit a certain age? Because
in the 8 years that I was there, I have experienced 8 or 9 of them pass away,
but
God damn.
and it was either from meth addiction, drunk driving, meth addiction, drugs in general, just bad general habits, getting fucking party too hard. It's the rock star lifestyle. It's crazy.
no,
It
there
really is.
definitely is. With that, I mean, I've had friends that were strippers. I've known a few people that were strippers and worked in strip clubs and stuff like that, and they tell me that the money that they make, it's there's a reason why they do it. They're not doing it because every guy that's coming in to talk to them is like,
They use it as a meeting ground, a speed dating. If you were to say for like more outside of the clubs, that's usually what happens. That's usually like when I would do or when I would get invited to go to Vegas, it was because they wanted me to keep an eye on them while they go work.
yeah,
Huh.
and they could go do a contract out in Vegas. I actually was again another one of my strip club experiences that I've had. I was in Vegas one time, and Vegas strip clubs, they're all naked the whole time, and they sell booze at the same time. It's pretty.
I never
interesting.
went to a Vegas strip club. I did
But-
go to one of the
prostitution
shows,
is
one of the
very
sexy shows.
illegal.
What's the term?
Yes. In
Prostitution is
California,
very illegal. No. In the Vegas strip clubs, prostitution is very illegal.
Illegal
In
or
California, it's yeah. In California, it seems like because there's so much shit going on that the prostitution in strip clubs is pretty much a common thing.
Oh, well, I mean, I can imagine. I mean, honest to God, if prostitution weren't a big thing in strip clubs, I would be very shocked.
I mean, that's what I was expecting. That's why I try to go to strip clubs as much as possible, is to find my next prostitute. To be honest with you, I mean, if I'm gonna pay,
I really
for
look forward to my kids' questions in 20 years, Blanks.
That's
We're
fine.
like, Uncle Blank said some things.
and just let him know that if he's gonna pay for it, he's gonna pay for a Ferrari.
Did you ask him out in Amsterdam? So we're coming down to the 10 minutes now. We're gonna have our after show after. I know. So tonight I normally hang out in person, but I'm gonna have to jump in the car and do the after show over Bluetooth. So I kind of want to start jumping into like last questions, and one of my questions is like, what's something you feel people really need to know? Just based on your time in the industry, the shit you've seen, the shit you've done, and you can tell anything to the fucking internet. Nobody knows who you are, but we trust you. What would you tell people about strip clubs?
This is not YouTube, but if you do follow us on
YouTube, Twitch.
please
yeah.
like.
Oh, there we go. See? Classic drop.
Strip clubs, anybody from all walks of life, literally, like from the scumbags to the CEOs, dude. They all come to strip clubs and they all spend crazy amounts of money. They all have just some of them actually just go there because their wives suck at talking and they just want to talk to somebody.
Yeah, yeah. I've actually the last time I was in a strip club, me and the stripper just sat down at the bar. There was nobody in there except for me, and I wanted to get $2 Bud Lights, and so I went in and got $2 Bud Lights.
There you go.
I had to pay to get in.
Were they Bud Light Limes or Bud Lights?
No, fuck Bud
Yeah,
Lights. They were Bud Lights.
She sits down, she looks at your beer, she's like, oh, I'm sorry, and then she leaves.
Yeah.
It's
But
Bud
you know,
Light
we
Lime.
were talking, and she says that a lot of her she likes to deal with she was trying really hard to get me upstairs, and she says I like the guys that are typically nerdy. She was a nerdy. I asked her if she got into cosplay. She said no. She was about my age, maybe a little bit more, and so as you say, there's all kinds of walks of life, which kind of surprises me. I feel like there should be a certain age, but again, you should stop dancing at a club.
I'm gonna back up this whole statement because I used to drive taxi, and so as part of driving taxi, you ended up taking people to the club a lot. You occasionally had to take somebody home.
Did you get the taxi confessions backseat where
Yes, that does happen. That does happen sometimes. I had one person actually confess to a murder.
What about banging?
I have no way of confirming if it was true.
Were they just full on just banging in front of you in the backseat?
No, that never happened.
Would you let it fly?
Would I let it fly? I don't
It
know
only
what I
depends
would
if
do.
you can handle the smell afterwards.
I've had a knife pulled on me, but I didn't have anybody banging.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think I would have dealt with that in the same way I would have dealt with the knife, which is I'm wearing my seatbelt and I'm gonna take this thing up to 45 miles an hour really fucking fast. Put that down.
whip it around something.
Put that shit away. So yeah, I don't know, Blanks. What are your last questions? This has been kind of a cool opportunity.
I mean, I don't know. I've asked all kinds.
Anything you want. Anything you want.
I mean, I've dabbled. I've had my fair times in strip clubs. And I get a lot of viewpoint. I've never worked in one.
How can strip clubs improve somebody's life?
You can
How the
They
wife's
can't what?
cheating. I don't know.
gives them the chance for an outlet, just to go have somebody talk to them, even if you're paying somebody to go and talk to.
I mean, that's basically going to a therapist.
Yeah.
That's
So
basically, that
basically-
is pretty much going through.
I had a girl tell me it was called boob therapy, as she's rubbing her boobs in my face, and we were talking about
It's true.
It's like, yeah, I feel great.
It's true. I've seen plenty of guys literally just come and spend 2-3 hours, not do anything, just tip them a bunch of money and then leave. And I'm like, God damn it, because they didn't get dances, they just tipped her. That's her money. I can't get a cut of that.
You walk over to him and be like,
Hey,
dance with
go
the
get a
lady.
dance.
So,
Hey, get a dance.
Do you get tipped for them on stage or when they go in the back?
Yeah, how does
So,
that play out? How does the
generally-
money work out?
Generally speaking, it's not a it used to be a percentage, but then a lot of lawsuits happen and stuff, so then the whole industry kind of changed. But generally, it's about 10% of the girls' dances after the club takes their money is to you. So you should, if you can kind of count out their dances and figure out your base amount that you're gonna make that night just by looking at the dances. But then everything else is.
What happens
What was
if you get the people the day crew that nobody comes in during the daytime? I mean, really, the question that I asked earlier is the day crew, but really, what kind of people come in for the day crew?
Man, those are the guys that come in during lunch.
What kind of lunch break do they fucking have?
You know what I mean? They want to go get it in real quick, or just go have some fun real quick.
Well, Donald, we don't need to see you for about an hour and a half, and here's a non-tracked cash bonus of $65. Go ahead and get lunch. Maybe a roast beef sandwich ought to do.
Yeah. So in those situations, then you really have to get really close with the girls because it's usually 5 or 6 that work the day crew. So you get there's a lot more time for you guys to be cool, and that way you can figure out how to get more money out of her. That's it is what it is.
Is that when you come in with the drugs and you find out what kind of drugs that she likes, and then
whatever it takes. Sometimes good music, sometimes drugs, sometimes you gotta buy them lunch. Whatever. But then you start getting
Miles. Ada, when you're watching this in the future, now you know why I pushed you toward college.
You know what? Some girls I knew that they said they went to college, and
That's for you.
and,
Yep.
you know, and they still made more money stripping.
Yeah. I mean, this
Hey,
is true.
look, if they're smart enough, they can walk out with about $2,000 a night.
I knew a girl that went to college, wasn't her thing, and continued working. She was a really cute young lady, and she ended up going through and getting her retail license and started buying houses and flipping houses and all that shit because she used her brains and her body and made the money.
Yeah,
And then she started a
I know.
company.
I know a couple of them, and then all of a sudden
Oh,
that one
man.
website came out where it's like butt naked real estate agents, and it's like, whoa.
Why don't you come check out the backyard? There's like 6 acres.
Hey, man, you know,
There's all 6 of them.
hey, if I could start my own, like, you know, Quiz is out there every day putting his work into starting his porn career.
People don't realize it takes a lot of money to start a porn career. You know, some people say it takes $69.
Yes, only in
startup
our
fee.
does the BF can make.
Okay, yes, that's a great question. Viewer question from Interdeviant. Can the Blanks and Fatty show make bank on OnlyFans?
Do we have to be
I
named?
guess
Look.
anybody can.
Look at us. For starters, look.
Speaking of look at us, plug yourself in. You said you don't have any followers yet. We found you on Overwatch. I play Overwatch. Fatty just talks to people while they're playing Overwatch.
Sometimes I play and I'm really bad now.
Are you on? You said you're on console, so I can't comp with you. I'm sorry. I
No,
suck
I'm
anyway.
on PC.
Oh, are you on PC? Awesome. We
Yeah.
can comp. I'm Citizen Crepe on there, but plug yourself away for real quick for your Twitch.
Plug your channel. Tell us more about your Twitch.
What games do you play?
Uh,
Do you have strippers dancing in your background? And if not, I can tell you where to get
no, yeah.
So we're gonna need you to download OBS Studios.
I have OBS Studios.
Well, there you go. You can have a stripper in your background too.
That's actually very lazy dancing.
It is very lazy.
I mean,
Those are like those. That's like the ones that like barely started and are barely getting the hang of it, but don't know that if you just show them your hoo-ha, everybody just shuts up and looks at it.
Yeah, well, you know, y'all gotta start somewhere. She has the cuteness. She's working on the cuteness.
I still love the fact that it's an absolute overstock photo. Or overstock. and basically, like, this poor lady has probably made us more money than she ever made from doing this. So, God bless you, Cynthia. Wherever you are, call us. If you ever come across this, come say hello. We will absolutely put you on the show. You are guest number 3. You're co-host 3. Give us a buzz.
We're kicking Quids out. You're in.
Yeah, exactly. Quince is out. He sends us pictures of poops in toilets. You can go. So, that being said, yeah, we're in the last 2 minutes. Blanks. I don't know any.
So
last,
where
thoughts from you?
your
Words are hard.
channel is this, right? Your
Sexy Panda.
sexy panda or panda. So boom, throw that in there. These bites are for Cynthia. And our deviant, Cynthia says thank you. And she'll stay on for the rest of the night.
Tuition. See, we've made more money off this poor lady than she ever made making this. You, Interdeviant, with that donation of bits, you've made the world a more unfair place. God bless you. We're sending the ham sandwich. Oh no. This has been a lot of fun, dude. Thanks for jumping on. Like I said, we were just a random on Overwatch last night. You had no reason to jump on here outside of hopefully having a good time and getting a chance to fill us in. Any last thoughts from you before we push it over to after show?
Oh man. Yeah, if you go to a strip club, wash your hands, man.
Practical advice from a practical man.
Yes, definitely. While we're having Interdeviant play us out, I am going to put us on a small commercial break. And I'll be right back.
Yes.
I'm going to walk Fatty out, so...
Yep. So we'll be back on in just a minute. Do you want to hang out for the after show?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm just gonna take a little break quick.
Oh yeah, this is a good time for a short ad break. Take a fart, take a piss, have fun. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
All right.
Mind if I steal the seltzer water? Oh, thanks, bro.